Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos and leave commentaries and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much. So guys, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok. It's actually trending on TikTok, where this German man decided to come out all out for black women. She went ahead to talk about how she is not in competition with black women because she is in love and dating a black man, and she gave reasons why black men or black women don't really get along. I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as some of other stitches because so many guys are actually reacting to her videos. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young, it doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown because unfortunately a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Why are BWs mad? From what I've seen for the last couple of years on TikTok, BWs have said they're not cooking, they're not cleaning, they're not doing none of that because they said that is slavery, right? That doing anything for a ninja is a no-no, that he needs to bring that money, set it down, and the mere presence of the B-dub being around should be enough for the dude. So by definition, that is not competing. So she's actually right. There is no competition if y'all don't compete. So I don't understand why B-dubs are so up in a roar about that. Ain't that what y'all said? That y'all not competing, y'all not doing any of this shit. If you're not going to do any of that, that means that you're not competing. And that means that she's right. There's no competition. So why would you be mad at this woman for saying exactly what y'all been saying? That's the exact same thing. You can't be mad at a woman pointing out that y'all said that y'all are not competing. What's the problem? There shouldn't be a problem at all. You can't be mad when you go on a place like TikTok and all these other places y'all been going, and saying this stuff and then get mad when someone brings up exactly what you guys said. You said you're not competing. She said there's no competition. So what's the problem?
If you deal with a German woman, they want to try to really pull you into their lane, that you're acceptable to the parents, that they accept you, and so on and so forth. And what they also want is, like the brother was speaking about already, like our color. They want children of us. This is what they also say also into our face.
Like a fetish almost. That's what we call it, fetish. Yeah, they had that in the States too.
Level.
Yeah.
Really?
Only here is on level, man.
What you mean? Break it down. Break it down.
I mean, like,
They don't have it.
you know, did you serve in the military here?
Yes.
Okay, so you know, at first it was a shock. It's a shock. You know, you're like, damn, you get a lot of respect. But on the other side, it's a lot of hate with it also. But they do want the chocolate babies. They want babies of color and curly hair. You know, and like, he got good hair. You got that good hair, you know.
Man, that's a setup, because if he has good hair, then what's bad hair?
Yeah.
This relationship is destined to fail for 3 reasons. 1, this entire video is littered with anti-blackness. 2, describing the person who you claim to love as an average black American man shows you how that person is truly perceived, and that this isn't based on love, it's purely based on her socio-political gain. 3, what this person has is confidently can say is a passport bro, and passport bros aren't looking for love, they're just looking for women who are going to enable their BS, because these are the traditional women that they're looking for. So good luck to the both of them.
I'm gonna need all non-melanated African American black people to stop speaking on black relationship issues. We don't need your opinion. We don't need your advice. What happens in our house stays in our house. We gonna figure it out. We still love our women. We gonna make it work. Y'all getting way too comfortable putting black men, black women issues in y'all conversations. This is not a cultural exchange program. This is not a raise your hand and give your opinion. We didn't ask for it. We don't want it. We good. Black men still standing on business. Stop speaking on black women. We good. Are we good?
Woman in reference to her man. Now, her man also, with what she listed out, had a couple of issues. He kept choosing the women who are obviously a problem for him, and what does that say about his decision-making skills? And remember, he also chose this woman. And note how rude she was also to come at all black women as if they're a competition, as if you wanted him to begin with. You see, his decision-making skills led her to think this false sense of security in which she believes that all women want him. Now, there's a difference in between black love, black relationships, and interracial relationships. And whatever you want is for you, but don't think for a fragment of a second that just because you got who you got, that in some way is in reference to everyone else that does not want him. Remember, he chose you because of the individuals that he did not want, which does not mean that you stand above and reign supreme. It means that you're the choice that he chose to pick. And as long as he loves you, treats you right, and you do the same, then you have that wonderful relationship. But where at inside of your mind made you think that you now compare to every other black woman? Now that's where it gets a little bit perplexing to everybody else. And instead of keeping that sense of security, understand how to use it properly. You are secure in the relationship you're in because he wanted you over the women that he decided to date. And if the women that he decided to date were not the best or the epitome of black women, that says more about his choices and what he decided to go through more than who you are as a person. And after all, for some reason, when we judge you as a person, you for some reason decided to list out not that you love your relationship, but that in comparison to the other people, you stand above those other people that he decided to date. You see, that's a false sense of security. And I would ask you to consider, are you looking at your life right? Because if you want the person that no one else wants, and you think that at that point in time is something that's great, that you got the person that no one else wanted, well, You didn't listen to the sentence properly. He is a value to you, and that is great. He is a king to you, and that is great. He is a provider and a lover for you, and that is great. And all of those things that you do together that makes you happy, that is all great. However, that does not remove the reality that nobody else, especially the black women that you just referenced to in general, give a damn about whoever you're dating. And once more, this isn't a black love versus interracial relationship thing, because you are no competition to this lady if you are black and the black man wants an interracial relationship. And let him go, let him do what he does, let him love who he loves. But don't let her convince you that in some way you are less than or not high up in reference to competition when she's referencing to somebody you wouldn't date to begin with. Let her have her false sense of security, and let her have her false king in reference to black women.
I have a question for this German lady. Now, looking at the video, you look about 35, between 35 and 40. And I don't know how long you've been married to this average black guy, right? But it seems to me that for somebody that checked all the boxes, right? Somebody that was just so perfect that you never should have been single. Like some German guy should have married you a long time ago. So how is it that you were single and able to meet this average black guy and marry him?
See, it's the arrogance for me. It's the lumping all black women together in one box for me. It's the she that thinks she better than us. Like, find your love. Okay, find it wherever you can find it. Like, I am one to say kudos to you, baby. Get your man, but we pressure. Okay, and yeah, you're right about a great percentage of black families and black homes. Definitely right, but girl, we pressure. Okay, to the black women who come from a 2-parent home, as such as myself, we pressure. Okay, so girl, I know you lying, but unfortunately there are a lot of white women who feel like this. They feel like they are better than us, but when they're in the same room with us, they don't know how to act. They overdo it. They're loud. They turn their femininity on to 1,000, and it shows. Girl, you insecure. Slow down, because you know why? We pressure. So, black women that see this, do not get upset. Do not get angry with this, because she has some valid points. But not all black women are the same. We don't all come from broken homes. Even the ones who have had 2-parent homes and they've got divorced, hell, white women have gone through the same thing. So I just want you all, you white women who are buying into this rhetoric, please don't believe that, because baby, we pressure. And all the aesthetic that you all love to emulate and appropriate comes from black women. Okay. So black women, please don't get upset with this woman. She has the right to have her own opinion, and she does have some valid points, but the wrong thing that she's doing is she's lumping us all together. And that's what they do. They lump us all in one category, but they want to be superior. But when I am in the room with them, I'm pressure. And it shows in the way that they are overly loud. They're very rude. The laugh is the phoniest. The looks, you know, they cuffing a man real hard, you know, or they whispering or something right off the bat, like it's no love. So, girl, bye. Oh, yeah, have a nice day.
Okay, so I have been seeing all these people posting about the whole German woman and black man thing, American black man. And this is what I got to say about that. You know, at the end of the day, love who you love. You dig? I obviously my kids are by black men, but I have dated outside my race. I don't love who you want to love, but obviously I'm a black woman. And so I can speak on being a black woman, dating black men, and just our history. She talk about all the things that she does, but like I've seen many people say, you can't really speak on how a black woman is when you're not a black woman, when you haven't walked in a black woman's shoes, when you really don't know the history of black families and black marriages. What you don't know is, or what a lot of people fail to realize is that black women, all the things that she was saying, how she is, black women have been that to their men since the beginning of time. Okay, black women have been that since the beginning of time. And not only have we been caterers to our men and servants to our men and our men's business partners and lovers and all these things, we have also been our men's protectors. We have also protected our men. You get what I'm saying? When you look at history, a black woman would give her body to her master so that her man wouldn't get beat. You see what I'm saying? The black woman would stand in the gap for her man during those times when black men was getting beat. The black woman was out there with them. Like, you gonna have to beat me too. Black women have stood beside their men and fought and died. When men were going through things back in the time, getting beat, coming home beat if they weren't killed, who took care of them and got them back up to health? Cleaning sores and black eyes and busted nose and broken nose, who cared for them? Black women have had to be both soft and hard at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's passed down through generations. That's real. Things are passed down through generations. And still now, black women, you have black women out there that really care for their men and all that. That don't stop. The thing is, and they talk about, men cheating and all this, to be here, all those types of things. A man gonna cheat no matter how good you are to him. And my thing with her is, and that's great if you're that way with your husband. But one thing I've learned from my grandmother used to tell me, don't get up here trying to put yourself high up on the horse and high on the pedestal. Like the best thing since the first slice of light bread. Because while you're doing all that talking and doing this and that and the third, it could be something going on in your house that you know nothing about that will eventually come out. So while she's trying to act like she's God's gift to the black man and that there's no competition, baby, I don't know why people come in competition with black women anyway. Like, what? Why are you competing with us? We're not looking. This is not the Olympics. We don't care. We genuinely don't care. But while you're doing all that talking, you better make sure without a shadow of a doubt, your man 100. Because I've seen both. It don't matter what race. Black, Hispanic, German, whatever. I've seen those women that get black men be cheated on and done wrong too. So make sure while you're doing all that talking that you know without a shadow of a doubt your man is 100. And he better stay 100 with all that talking you doing. You better hope he stayed 100. Or you're going to be highly upset and highly embarrassed. But, I seen a guy was saying that that black men, that she was right. He didn't like it, but she was right. And if black women don't get it together, black men are gonna go start a new community with those women. You see if you want to look at it and know in that aspect, you see what happened to our community. Black women, we have been those things for hundreds of years to our men. For hundreds of years. And we fought with them. Like, not fought with them, but we had to fight. It was us against the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was the black couple against the world. And look what happened. So they go ahead and start them new communities. Go ahead and see how it turned out. See how it turned out. They're going to have a family. They're going to have family with you, and they're going to have a family with the woman down the street, like in the movie Fence. That was a real thing back in that time. It was like the 50s or whatever. Yeah. And black women still kept their mouth closed and still served, even through it all, and stayed married, even through it all. So go ahead, start the new communities.
Like, seriously, lovely, it's the first time when I came across this video and hearing everything she is saying, I was just a little bit, disappointed to the fact that why would she be in her home to actually know what is going on, in the life of other people's family and all of that. So this German woman decided to come out on TikTok to rant about how, black women don't have the femininity, like,
obviously,
they're always masculine. And she even talked about how they don't take care of their men, they don't serve their men, they don't want to, whatever, practically do all of the works for their men. I am not disputing the fact that everybody have the right to do whatsoever they want to do in their relationship. Everybody's relationship can never ever be the same. But in the other hand, I am a little bit, disappointed with the fact that she, as a pan-colored woman, happens to have, an opinion to what is going on in the life of black women and in the life of black men. As if, black people are having opinions in the life of what is going on in their Caucasian, relationship. You have your man, your black man. Nobody's actually stopping you not to find love anywhere. Nobody's telling you not to be into any form of interracial relationship, but you shouldn't do that, and use it as an avenue to come for someone that is not even coming for you. Like, you know perfectly well that you have a very successful relationship and all of that. You are taking care of your mom, blah blah blah. You should be able to come out and tell everyone how you are doing this without trying to bring other people down. You cannot tell me that you are in your relationship and you know exactly what is happening in the life and in the relationship of every, black man and black woman. I can bet you guys that there are still very successful relationships that is held by black men and black women, and they are still striving. They have had 10, 20, 15 years in a relationship and marriage and is still striving. You cannot be a pan-colored person and detect what is happening. I don't blame her, because a lot of we are in these shoes. Like, we often come out here to spill about our beings, like we spill abuse in the public. We often come out to yell about, oh my god, I don't need this, oh my god, this. Like, why is it that black people, we often come on internet to try to gaslight ourselves and giving room to someone that does not even have business with us to use the opportunity to actually come for us. And another thing is that most people that are in an interracial relationship are posting a video yesterday about the same European guy talking about how he's an African, or because he is married to an African lady, and he's talking about how Pan-Africa is actually racist. Then he went ahead to talk about how his wife, who happens to be a black woman, is in support and calling. She even came out to talk about how Pan-Africa is racist. And this, made me to understand that these people are coming out to spew whatever you guys have fed them in your relationship, and which is not nice. Like, seriously, love, just imagine this woman. She thinks that she have the, audacity to actually come and spew what is happening. I know a lot of guys, I wouldn't blame if you think that she is right, but just think about it for once. Lovelies, when I just leave me your thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.